This is going to blow your mind. We don't shy away from the tough stuff. Join the debate every Monday. Join us on the Shorty Logic podcast every Monday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. We break down the hot topics, challenge the status quo, and want you in the conversation. Follow, like, and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Don't miss a single episode.
What up, everyone? I am Shorty Logic. This is the Shorty Logic podcast. Here's my host tonight.
How you doing? This is Bless, and I'm the host every night. So what he talking about tonight?
Well,
everyone had a good weekend, shall I say?
Yeah. We ain't been on about 2 weeks. Technical difficulties. But tonight's show is about people needing to take accountability of the choices they make in life and the consequences that come with it. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it right fast.
One reason people are fucked up is because they're not accountable. Oof. You want to get real happy real fast? Literally look yourself in the mirror and say 100% of everything that is not working for me is my fault.
It's true.
And true. Don't beat yourself up and say, I'm a piece of shit, I'm a loser. No. The second you go there, you realize you can then also fix it. Mm-hmm. But if you're blaming a league or the media or social media or TikTok or Elon or Twitter or Twitch or Fox News or CNN or if you're just, then you're saying, I'm not in control. Fuck.
I'm not in control. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
When I seen that video right there, I listened twice. I like that. I say he went straight to it. But people do need to take accountability of the things that they do, because a lot of people try to blame it on other people and they don't see what it is. But everything has a consequence. Everything in life has a choice. So if you make that choice, you have to stand by that choice, and whatever the outcome in that choice, you have to deal with it. Don't blame other people.
I think as people, we need to realize that every action has a reaction.
Yes.
So with that being said, anything you do to others, as the Bible states, will be done upon you. So you have to really believe in karma, like I do. I definitely believe in karma. So with that being said, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. So with that being said, a lot of things that have happened to me in my personal life, I can actually say I have to hold myself accountable, because even if it was something that was done to you, if you stood by and allowed that to be done to you, then you still have to take accountability to the fact that these things were done and continue to be done. Now, what's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or something like that. Right. So you have to really hold yourself accountable for some of the things that are happening to you and the things that you continue to let happen to you, because at the end of the day, if you keep doing the same thing repeatedly and expect different results, then that's just a sign of what?
Insanity.
Insanity.
There it is. What up, Sarge?
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Right.
We are wonderful. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm blessed coming back from Joplin, Missouri. From Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
All right.
So
is the weather holding out there?
Nah, I ran in all the rain last night and this morning.
Okay. So, so what you think about people need to take accountability of the choices they make in life and the consequences that comes with it?
Well, funny you asked me that. I'm going to go into the aspect of addiction. Okay. A person dealing with addiction. And I'm going to talk about it in my own household, my own home front. And everything is everybody else's fault except the individual who's having that addiction issue.
Mm-hmm.
Accountability. Now, when I say that, me and my cousin differ with this subject, but it's on me too, because I allowed that person to be there. If I wouldn't allow that person to be there, I wouldn't be having this conversation.
Right.
So, and that term insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results, this time was different. Okay. I think a lot of us, include I'm gonna go with me. Um, when somebody points out your indiscretions or your wrongdoings, it's hard to take a constructive criticism. It's
Yeah, it is.
hard to look in the mirror. I mean, it's easy to point a finger at somebody, and you
Exactly.
got you got 2 pointing at somebody, you got 3 pointing back. So now
Hmm.
where I'm at in my life, it just I mean, I'm gonna talk about folks and stuff like that, talk about things, but just evaluate me. And
Hmm.
instead of being negative with the person or with that person, being negative, try to be positive to them. Or
Right.
handle it, regardless of what a person going through. I guess what I'm gonna say is I'm still gonna try to treat them with dignity and respect. And
Right.
sometimes it's hard, but I'm gonna try.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Right.
a lot of us are not. If we held ourselves accountable for what we did and the way we treat people, I think our world situation would be a lot better than what it is. But
Exactly.
It's true.
one of the biggest misconceptions or mistakes is black on black men. If you ever notice when another black male comes to another black male, why is it a lot of times so much tension? Like, man, what you looking at? And actually, like, nigga, what you looking at? Where it can't be love. You
Mhm.
know, it's like a negative being there, which it shouldn't be. It should be love, to me.
Hmm.
You know, just my opinion, but that's all.
That's true, and it should be love. But I think we need to get, like I said, I think we need to get away from the things we've been accustomed to. Saying reprogram our minds because hell, America was built on anger and distrust and just secrets.
It's still,
Dishonesty. Period.
Yeah,
it's still on that.
It
yeah,
is.
Why are we gonna fight Venezuela? We fight Venezuela because they got oil. They got
yeah.
the most oil, if I'm not mistaken, in the southern hemisphere, on the North or South American continent. That's what I think that's all about. So yeah,
Just
yeah.
like no,
Go ahead.
just like I say, and within our own black community, yes, that's racism. Yes, the system is built against us, but a lot of times we are hindering our own self, and as a community we need to take accountability of that, but a lot of times we don't. We still want to blame the white man.
I was watching some reels today because I had to take a break, and it was showing some reels of women of color getting pulled over.
Hmm.
And I mean, it was for simple things. I mean, a traffic light, maybe not a seatbelt, doing a U-turn. I mean, they were very minor deals to where normally, like if you had insurance, um, you had the right registration, your license. Normally, you're gonna get away with a warning. You might get a ticket, but from my experience, you're normally gonna get away with a warning. But all these women I seen, they wouldn't give their license. They kept asking them. One lady asked the police officer 3 times, "Why you pulled me over?" And he told her, "Ma'am, you were doing 46 and a 35." And she did something else. He like, "Ma'am, I need your license, registration, and proof of insurance."
Hmm.
Dude, anyway, well, and now keep in mind, I think half of the people I seen had kids in the car. And to me, as a black man, and we stereotypically get pulled over more than whites. Statistics show that. Like, this is not time to argue Kentucky versus Ohio or whatever it may be. Because a police can take your life and take your freedom.
Yes.
Just give me my ticket and I'll fight you in court, not on the street. I don't
Right.
have no problem with that. I've been fighting a ticket for a year and a half now, and I told my attorney to keep it in court for another year and a half. I don't have no problem with that at all. I've never been to court for it, but I don't have no problem with that. And I understand some people are not financially able to do that. Thank God that I'm able to do that. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the blessing of I'm not worried about if I get food stamps or not. Thank you for that. And honestly, thank you for if I don't work no more this week. I'm good. I made enough. Well, not really, but I mean, I made enough to definitely live and pay my bills, but I definitely want more. I thank God for them blessings. I swear I do.
Yeah, I just feel like people need to take accountability. Those are just the choices they make. We're gonna go ahead and go with the next video, y'all.
When we say accountability, what does that mean to you personally and professionally?
I think it means both in the same, both worlds. It's taking responsibilities for one's actions or outcomes. I even define it even a little deeper as taking responsibility for what you tell people you're going to do.
So that was a quick one right there when I just saw. No, I mean it always come back to no. People need to take this. If you choose to do something, and then I feel like we all at some point in life we all getting to or we have done it. We done something, but then the consequences of with it is not what we thought it was. So then we try to blame other people instead of taking it on yourself and look within yourself and why did you, and look back and reflect on it. Why did you make that type of choice? And now you have to look at what's happening now, if it's negative, even something positive. I feel like people only make choices. I feel like people will take responsibility if it's long as positive, but if it's negative, a lot of people try to shy away from it.
Well, as a leader, a middle line supervisor in the military, as an NCO, you would take the information. I believe in taking the information that's given to me at that time and making a decision. Now that decision could be the wrong decision, but at the time I made that decision, I felt it was right. So I'm gonna take full responsibility of that. But another thing that I learned from a friend of mine, the 6 P's, proper planning prevents piss poor performance. I.e., I left my house at 6 o'clock yesterday to get out here to Tulsa in the morning so I could be back about right now. But being that I was BSing around, I was 2 hours behind, and here it is late, and here it is I'm driving back in the dark like when I left, and it kind of sucks, really. But, I'm still getting the job done. That might have been why I lost the load that I got for tomorrow. They said it canceled, but, how do you really know? But my piss poor planning might have cost me $1,200.
Okay. What is your input on that, Ms. Bless?
Come on with it, girl.
Hey, listen. Y'all might want to go on to the next one.
No, hold now. Come on now.
What?
Come on with it, Bless. We ain't doing that.
We ain't doing it.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Listen. I truly feel like when I think of what you were saying, Shorty, when you was basically like, people are so quick to take accountability for things that are positive, that shine the light on them, but so slow to take accountability for things that may have gone wrong. It might have been a decision you made that went wrong for yourself or someone else.
Right.
And that's the whole thing about taking accountability. You have to be able to take the good with the bad.
True.
And that's just the facts. It's like everybody's so quick to talk about me too, I did this, as long as it's shining some positive light on themselves. But as soon as they screw somebody over, mess something up, or cause someone else harm, it's like, oh, it wasn't me. Maybe that happened because you did this or you did that, when you know damn well it was something that you did or you set into play. True. So I truly believe that when you're going to stand up and put your big girl draws or big boy draws on, you got to actually be able to stand up and say, hey, I did that. I apologize. Sometimes that's all it takes is an apology. Sometimes that's all people really want to hear is, I apologize. I truly apologize. Don't just say, I'm sorry and keep it pushing and you know that you didn't, there's no validity behind it. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. It happened. And it's all about how you come across and the way you actually express yourself. Because I have learned that talking, one thing I can't stand is somebody to talk at me, but to actually talk to me, it's a big difference between someone talking at you and talking to you. So when you do something and you truly mean what you say, that you know that you hurt this person or you done something against them for whatever the situation is, just be humble yourself and just say, hey, listen, I did that. I made that mistake and I have to hold myself accountable for the things I did, and the way the way it's transforming you, and the way the output is on your life. Because at the end of the day, some things we do and some things we say, you can't take this shit back.
And that's
you
true.
Can't take it back. So it's like, if you know you did something to hurt somebody, go on and just apologize and be genuine with the apology and move on. Try to move on. And it's up to that person to, here's the biggest thing, it's up to that person to accept it. If they don't accept it, then as long as you know you were genuine in your apology, then you held yourself accountable, move on.
Well,
Yes,
So I
bless.
have to say about
I
that.
believe I agree with that because no, I've told people a lot of people before. You know, what I'm saying so people can ask me different stuff like wherever you actually you are sorry or something like that, but they don't really care about it. They don't ain't really listening. But I've said this: just because a person don't care or don't care what you're saying or not hearing you doesn't mean you didn't say it.
Yeah. And it's all in the delivery as well. It's all
Yeah.
in the delivery because you can't say I'm sorry but be negative as you saying it. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, whatever. You know, that attitude, you can't bring that attitude with it. You have to be genuine. And somebody can feel if you genuine or not. You know,
But
it
what
is
if
what it
you?
is.
But what if you said it? And you ain't sorry about it.
But see, that's the whole thing. You can pick up
Okay.
on that. You can pick up on that.
Okay.
You can
Gotta.
definitely pick up that. That's the whole thing I'm saying. If you sitting there saying you're sorry and you know you're not sorry, and your delivery
Yeah.
and your demeanor and your body language is showing you're not sorry, then
Right.
they're not going to forgive that shit. They're going to be like, yeah, that's bullshit, and you know it's bullshit.
I
But
don't
when
even think
you
I'm gonna apologize for that when I'm not sorry. Matter of fact, I know I'm not. Cause
listen, you know
normally
how
if I
many
said it, I
people.
mean it.
Most
Oh,
people, a lot of people apologize and they don't mean it. Just, they
some
just
people
But now,
it's
apologize all the time, and ain't
oh
nothing, ain't no validity behind it. It's just like, I'm sorry, yeah, okay, I hurt your feelings on my bad, whatever. It's like, damn, for real. So if you felt that way, you shouldn't even apologize. But you have some people out there like that apologize 24/7. And ask them. My biggest thing is when you apologize to me, my first question is, what are you apologizing for? Because sometimes people will
no.
apologize and don't know what the hell they apologize for. They just said they sorry because they see you mad.
But you
Okay,
know
so
something? But now with that bless, sometimes, hey man, just to make the water smooth, hey man, sometimes it's easy to say that just to keep on moving forward. For real.
and that's the whole thing. But they, and you know what? But that don't mean there's
Oh
nothing valid behind it. It's just like, okay, we want to
yeah,
get this conversation over. I'm my bad. Shit, let's go. And you
yeah.
know that's not genuine. That's why I'm the type of person I'll be like, yeah, no, you don't mean that shit, and I'm not accepting that shit. Now, if you come to me correctly and you know, and I can feel it, and I know that you sorry, because your actions speak louder than words. That's the truest statement ever. Your
but
Oh,
actions speak louder than words because you can tell me you sorry and do the same shit tomorrow, or you could tell me you sorry and then you could just spend every second you with me or in my presence. I can feel that you sorry because you doing the best you can to make me feel like I'm the only person in the room. It's like,
yeah.
damn, you know, I'm sorry. I mean, show you I'm sorry, you know, and it ain't even about finances. It could be about just a foot rub. It could be the attention. It could be just being whatever. I'm watching a movie with you today. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not answering no calls. It's me and you today. You know, it could be anything.
Hey, you know the part right there when you take and disconnect from outside. Oh man, that's amazing.
it's good
It
shit. Yeah,
is.
yeah,
It
that's
is.
good. Yeah.
It is. So when you can put that phone away and you tell her this is your time. When I say your time, I don't mean until my phone ring. I mean this is your time. So therefore, this phone won't. It might be on silent because you know you won't want to miss no call from your kids. Anything can happen, but it's on silent. And right now, this is your time. And when you can, especially if you're busy, and you know, let's say you're one of them type of people that is busy all the time, and you know your time is money. You one of them
Hmm.
people. If you can actually take and put your phone away, then you showing her, okay. I mean, you can't come back from that. It's like, damn, this person really care because they missing money and all kind of shit just to make sure
Well,
I'm straight.
well,
So you,
when you talk about that, um, I knew something wasn't right with my daughter. This weekend, her and her little friend broke up or whatever, and she's like, "Dad, I'm okay," but you can see the tears building up in her eyes. And
mm-hmm,
I turned off the TV. I maybe I left the TV on so we had some light or something, but I put the phone down, didn't put nothing in the bed. I said, "Hey, come and get in the bed with your daddy, and let's talk."
mm-hmm,
I said, just lay back and just chill out. And I had to tell her, I'm like, hey, you having a bad moment in your day. You're not having a bad day. You're having a bad moment in your day. But
Hmm.
love, believe me, I said, you're more worthy of the little upsetness or the hurt that you're feeling right now than what that person is to you. And I said, this is going to be a growing lesson. I said, believe me, baby, you're a gem. And I said, I'm putting a lot of fertilizer on you. Like she wants a job. Daddy cannot work. Uh, and here's the deal. Now, I'm not asking for excellence, but what I'm asking for is you got to have a B average, and for you to work, you got to have your license. So daddy ain't got to come pick you up.
Right.
Now, we all know it's gonna be some times daddy gonna have to, come in, but we're gonna try to minimize that because I want you to be independent to a certain extent as a young woman.
right,
But I want my daughter to be a helpmate, you know, not a taker.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say I'm raising an independent woman, an independent black, or whatever. I want my daughter to be a mate. I'm teaching my daughter I'm trying my best to teach my daughter how to be a good wife and a good lady to her significant other. That's what I'm teaching my little girl. But I also want her to now I'm gonna contradict that. I want her to be able to pay her own and make it by herself as well.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's okay to be a helpmate, but you
Yeah.
also got to teach her that if anything was to fall or go awry, then she gonna be able to handle her own and not
Yeah.
have to call daddy or nobody else.
Oh yeah.
But she gonna be able to handle her own.
Cause I'm trying to get home right now, so she can drive herself to school. We're gonna pull that big truck out, and she gonna drive to school. That's my plan right now. That's my whole motivation to get home so she can drive to school. Seriously.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we got another video to get to y'all.
So there's 3 psychological reasons that people avoid taking accountability. They experience cognitive dissonance, and that's where their actions don't align with their belief or self-image. So it causes that dissonance, in turn creating discomfort. This avoids for taking responsibility, and they blame external factors. It's everybody else. Everybody else is causing blank. Cognitive dissonance. Number 2 are fear of consequences, right? Consequences can lead to punishment, loss of reputation, rejection. In turn, it's got to be everybody else, right? There's a deflection. They made me do, or I didn't do. Oh my gosh, no, I never did that, because they don't want to take the accountability, because in turn, one of those consequences could happen. Number 3 is ego protection. That's right. People of fear of taking accountability may affect their self-esteem. In turn, they're going to deflect, because quite frankly, they don't want to have any feelings of like, oh my God, this is my fault, any feelings of guilt that comes up. You're dealing with ego protection. Outside of legal, stop trying to get these people to take accountability. You're dealing with those 3 things. It's going to be everybody's fault. You could have receipts. Look, here's your picture. That ain't me, right? You're going to have that. So that's where you have to decide, what are you going to do with them as far as the role in their life? But everything else, that's what you're dealing with. They're not going to take accountability.
Hello. Did she say deflecting?
Yes.
Okay, so listen. This is the biggest thing for me. When you get caught doing something, whatever that may be, I'm not going to put somebody out there, but when you get caught doing shit, and then when somebody brings it to you and you say, oh, nope, that ain't going to happen. What, me? This, and the third. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. Listen, I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going to speak about me.
Hey, the glove didn't fit.
Listen, look, if the glove don't fit, you got to quit. Nah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
listen, let me tell you something. One thing about most women, I'm going to speak about myself, but I'm going to say most women. One thing about us is this. Let's say we're in a relationship and someone gets caught cheating. Let's go there. So with that being said, I am the type of woman that if I come to you and ask you a question, not only do I already have receipts, I already have my ducks in a row, I already have her on speed dial.
I'm going to deny it.
So with that being said,
I heard that.
when I come to you and ask you what I'm trying to do for you, not for me, what I'm trying to do for you is to let you try to be honest, because I'm the type of woman that if you be honest with me,
No.
I can forgive anything. I promise to God, I can forgive anything.
No.
If I'm telling you, this is me. I'm talking about me. I can forgive anything. So if your indiscretions, I can forgive them. So here's the thing. If you take and deny it, and I already have the receipts.
I'm denying.
And that's okay, you can. But I'm going to light that ass up. Because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to bink, 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 bink. Okay, so what happened on this day? I don't know what you're talking about. Bink, there's one. Go on, read that message. What happened on this day? I don't know. All right, bink, go on, read that message. I'm going to have my eggs, my ducks, my everything in a row. So when I go down that list, you better ask somebody about me. When I go down that list, I'm going to be sitting here just like this. So what happened on this day? You don't know? Oh, okay. And the worst thing you can say to me, you think I ain't even do, we can call her right now. Oh, you want to use my phone to yours because I got her number too.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna ask you straight up?
What's
Instead
up?
of doing all that, are we gonna stay together? Or are you leaving? What are we doing?
And you know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm gonna say? And I don't give a fuck what you want to do.
Okay,
Straight
so
up.
now
Straight
All
up.
right, so now we got understanding. So now we got something to work with.
Yeah. So yeah, we know we got something to work with. So
No,
my response
you
to
kind of answer the question with the question.
my response to what are we going to do is I don't give a fuck. So you didn't give a fuck when you was cheating. I don't give a fuck right now. So what we doing?
But then now you're gonna have some cleaning up to do.
No, because here's the thing about me. When you go low, I go to hell. So what we doing?
See that part right there. That part.
That part. So
Yeah, that
the
part.
best thing you can do is know who the fuck you playing with. That's the best thing you can do.
The best thing to do is don't do it.
There you have
True.
it.
There you
And
go.
if you're going to do it, and let me be, I'm so goddamn real. I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to do it, come to me like a goddamn man and be like, hey, listen, at this point, I feel like this is what's going on. And I feel like that we need to see other people. We need to do whatever I want to leave, whatever it is. Come to me like a man, because I'm going to tell you something about me. I'm going to come to you like a woman, and I'm going to be like, hey, listen, this ain't working for me, and we either going to open this thing up or we going to figure out another way. But I am letting you know in your face that this is what's going to happen.
But that's maturity.
And that's all I'm saying.
But you know something though? The worst thing, and I just recently dealt with this about maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. Man, don't say I'm doing something and I'm absolutely, I'm married to this truck. This truck is my pimp. She be pimping the hell out of me. Don't blame me for cheating. I step it out when I'm not. But then you got all the signs in God's green earth and God's country that you're doing it. And then you get upset because I'm not touching you. And I'm respectful to you, but shit, we just cohabitating. We co-parenting or whatever the hell it is. It's kind of like convenient. You here with our child, so I can go out here and do what I need to do as far as financially, job-wise.
Right. I get it.
And that's where I was at, because it's like, bruh, I love you, but bruh, I can let you go too. And it's easier said than done. But man, you just get to a point where you just like the hell with it.
Yep. And you do.
Everybody got a point. Everybody has
a breaking point.
Breaking point. Somewhere some people can take more than others, but everybody has a breaking point. But the president, most people don't even know their breaking point.
Well, something.
And the reason why they don't know their breaking point, because they don't have boundaries. They don't know their
Well, here's the thing. I've had two parts. I had a cousin and a homeboy get locked up because they didn't know their breaking point. I had a cousin, and it's crazy. And this is recent. We talking about less than a month. Like, me and another cousin told him. Matter of fact, about what? It was in September. Hey, cuz, if you trying to go A, and she's going B, and y'all nowhere even close to where y'all both trying to get to C, but y'all A and B is nowhere close to each other. Like, cuz, with all due respect, not taking that from her, my brother, it's not gonna work. A prime example, you making $10 an hour, but she's trying to spend $15 an hour. Brother, there's no recovery to that, especially when she's not putting that 5 with it. I mean, what do you do? Anyway, he got locked up. Almost cost him his job. He lost all of his personal, his clothes, effects, and all that. I remember I told him, like, bruh, do not leave your money in a safe in that house that's not yours. Bruh, put your money in a safety deposit box. And now look at him. He got burnt. Another homeboy had that barbecue on over September or whatever. His chick get that alcohol in her, and she won't act the damn fool because I had to put her out of my house. And she bucked up to him. He popped her, or whatever the case may be. And now here it is. He got charges, but then what tripped me out about that, he told him, yeah, I did it. I'm like, where the fuck they do that at? The glove don't fit, bruh. Whether it fit or not, it don't fit.
Yeah, but back to what like even with the video, a lot of people don't want to take accountability of the choices they make because maybe it was negative. Like you said, it'll mess with someone's ego, or it could be a partial of happening being rejected. Go ahead.
The hardest accountability I had to come real with my daughter, and I've told this story, on and off for the time we've had this podcast, was regardless of what happened, your mother is still your mother. However,
yeah,
show me in the last 30 days. Matter of fact, show me since your mom was buried in the last year. Show me 30 days that she hasn't been impaired or intoxicated, where she's been a mother to the effect of, hey, baby, come in and help me cook. I where it ain't been drama. I said, I'll wait. I said, hell, show me 7 days. And that's disheartening to tell it to a 16-year-old child, but it's the truth. It's a cold-hearted truth, and maybe it might be a better way to do it. I don't know no other way to do it but to be straight up with it. But now it's peace in my home, a lot of peace. And it's almost like my daughter's opening up to where she's more responsible without her even. Matter of fact, Saturday, she wanted to cook us some bacon and eggs oatmeal. And I'm like, babe, just cook you something to eat. 'Cause I was tired.
Okay.
You know. So sometimes we just got to do that.
But at the end of the day, your daughter's 16. She's not a child, and she's smarter than y'all think, and she know more about what's going on than y'all.
Oh yeah.
Please
Oh, yeah, I
understand
mean,
that.
Oh yeah.
It's no doubt. But you know the hardest thing I had to tell her, I think it was Friday. She texted me and she like, Daddy, can we take Mama some of her stuff? And the place was texting my daughter, and I called him and I went there. I went there for real. I went there. And you know, it brought peace. And what was crazy is later on I called the place, the treatment place, and me and one of the counselors talked. And we talked about 30 minutes or so, but it gave me a better understanding of the way that person, you know, how some people's mind work. And like I explained to my baby, I'm like, hey, listen, I may be the ugly parent or whatever the case it may be. However, I don't have all this figured out, but I know you have peace now. And having that peace is very important.
Right.
Now, we don't have peace nowhere else, but you got to have peace in your home.
You know
You
that's
gotta have peace in your own space.
Yep.
You know, it's just
That's
one of
for
the things
sure.
you gotta have.
Yep.
You know,
Most definitely has peace in your own home.
yeah, you gotta have it.
We got another video to get to y'all, so we can. This is like a minute and 39 seconds.
I want you to know that some people are not always able to take responsibility for their part of the problem. They're not able to take responsibility for the things that they say or do that could be hurtful or harmful. Sometimes it's because they really just lack the emotional intelligence and the self-awareness to see how what they're saying or doing could impact someone else. And sometimes they feel like they have no control over the things that they say or do in those situations. And so they're afraid to apologize because they don't think that they can do anything to change it. And sometimes they are so riddled with their own shame that admitting any mistake or misstep not only makes them feel bad about what they did, but makes them feel like a failure as a human being. And their sense of self cannot cope with that. So if you're in a close relationship right now with a friend, a family member, or a partner, and they are unable to recognize their part in any kind of issue or problem, don't think that it's because it's all your fault or it's always because of something that you have done. Issues in relationships take two people. They take two people to cause them, and they take two people in order to recognize them and work through them. And if they are unable to do that, that is much more of a reflection of them than it is a reflection of you.
I agree.
I disagree.
I've been in situations within my past, just relationship, just through life, especially if I've made choices and it wasn't the way I wanted or how it went. And a lot of times I did not want to take responsibility of that because, hell, like I said, I did feel like a failure, So a lot of times I can reflect from that or try to run away from that or just instead of just taking it in and learning from it. But most time I ran from it, but we grow. But you also have to recognize it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it always starts with self. You definitely have to, in order to hold yourself accountable, you first have to realize that you are the one that made the mistake or put yourself in that predicament, and you can't blame everybody else for your situation and everything that's going on. Because at the end of the day, we're all grown. We all make our own decisions.
Right.
You can't blame somebody else for something you chose to do. And I get so tired of hearing people say, oh, I was mad at such and such or such pissed me off. Or such and such did this, and that's why I did that. It's like, no, like I said in the beginning, all actions have a reaction. So you can't sit there and blame them because you was feeling some type of way, or you was pissed off, or you misunderstood something. So since you misunderstood something, you're going to take your anger out on someone else. How does that make sense? It's like, it makes zero sense to me.
I can't hear you, Bless.
I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Come back in. I don't know why he did that. But until they come back, like I do believe in. I can't hear you. You have to come back in. There you go. But at the same time, I believe a lot of people don't know how to take responsibility, or they just don't want to take responsibility. They want to make these choices, but like I said before, they just want to take responsibility and claim all positive things. They don't never want to take on the actual thing that's going on. So I mean, what you think, sir? Just like I was saying, I've been in my past. I have made choices, and it wasn't a positive choice, and the outcome wasn't good. But I ran from that, and I didn't want to take responsibility or accountability of that. So I deflected from it.
When you talk about that, right here, right now in the present day, I take responsibility for a lot of things that I allowed to go on, whether it be positive or negative. But in the same token,
Oh wow, I don't know. What's Bless? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So say something. I can't hear you.
now that was hard to.
I don't know.
Hello?
Go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead and finish what you were saying before you went out.
Can you hear me?
Talk to you, Bless.
Hello?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. He was saying something.